Welcome back to episode 5 of Unity of Command 2, the Sir Squire playthrough, where we play through it just regularly. That is what this is. But on our Twitch channel, that's where you all will be able to jump in and command troops, and that's going to be a lot of fun when we get to do that. I enjoyed it when we first got into it, and I think I'm looking forward to it. But this is so we can kind of see the path ahead of what will we be facing off together. Alright, so this is the end of turn 6. Oh yes, air attack. Oh god! So this clump is only going to get weaker as we push deeper. So we might as well use our air support to help us out in other places. These people look like a soft target. Let's hit them. So they were a soft target. Alright, there we go. Good, good. The attack Operation Husky so far, I think, has been quite the success. Alright, looks like we're hitting some disruptions. But I think we can take care of them. The enemy is hitting disruptions. More weather. I guess I shouldn't jinx it. Alright, our supply has increased by 10%. 70% supply. Take that, people trying to keep our units alive. So we are going to be stretching our supply lines to... No! 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 I misclicked, and because I discovered a unit, I can't go back. Wait. Never mind. Alright, we can go here. We'll exert a zone of control right here so they can't take Marsala. But that is near disaster. I need to get my head in the game. Alright. So yeah, we should be able to... Oh, we can... Yeah. They've got nothing left. Palermo is ours. Ooh! A persistent amphibious landing card. That's cool. Well, let's, yeah, if it's persistent. Land this brigade-sized unit by sea in any scenario. You keep the card in control of the unit for as long as the unit survives. That's cool. Let's do it. Oh, awesome. Okay, we're not going to just kill them all. That'd be unfortunate. We could land them just behind this unit in horrible weather. Never mind. Let's just have them join up with the British, I guess? No, let's take a look at the world. Could have them reinforce over here just to double. We'll take that next turn. So we don't need to worry. Huh. Okay, yeah, this unit is really strong. I don't like them. And yet, we don't actually need to push in up that way. What we need to do now is take Messenia. So yeah, let's drop them in the they'll help the British. So this is the U.S. Amphibious Regimental Combat Team, I think is what that stands for. They are apparently attached to the U.S. Airborne. I think that's just because they needed a unit and the skin, they wanted the skin. Because airborne units look a little bit different. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, so we've got a lot of, we have too many cards now. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't know. Because we're going to want those supply trucks. Although the supply trucks might end up being kind of like the potions, like in an RPG where you're like, oh, this powerful potion, I don't want to use it, because then I won't have it anymore, and then you just never use it. But let's try to punch through this side. And open up the beachhead. Ooh, on that side, yeah. Alright. So they can't join until next turn. Alright, they've given up the ghost. I don't know what that means. That's probably not what that means. If you just, like, oh, we've lost territory. Oh, you've given up the ghost, I see. Yes, yes. Yeah, that is definitely not what that means. This playthrough has just been filled with weird things like that. Unfortunately. It's just called, does Squire even know basic... whatever those things are called? Apparently not. Alright, good. The Canadians can help punch through over here. Do we even have supplies? Yes, yes. We are all. That is all we are made of. So they're all locked down now. Yeah, so Trapani is ours. Had nothing to worry about when I freaked out. That's good. And ha ha ha, we've beaten you, weather. The bad weather came in behind us, so we can't retreat. Good. Alright, then we've got all these people chilling around. Excellent. Which is not good because it means we're not actually doing anything. Alright, let's have you... I don't want to boldly overextend our lines, for no good reason. So I'll be moving up there, and we will... Oh, you're just outside. Okay, so we boldly extended our lines for no good reason. Oh, man. Alright, they're still out of the... No. Well, they'll just have to fall back next turn. Everybody makes mistakes. Alright, looks like the oh, this is the U.S. Airborne. Then. They want to... no retreat. With no surrender. Good, but we can bring in the 3rd U.S. and hit them as well. Oh, they did take losses. But that enemy is almost dislodged. So we shouldn't be in any sort of major trouble. And we're still just picking away at these German units. Excellent. Alright, yeah, so, well, actually, what if it was all a divert? Nope. What if it's all... Oh, come on, come on. No, it's this mountain pass right here that's... For whatever reason, our supply trucks can't drive up a mountain and over a river. Oh dear. Okay, so... But we are making good, solid progress. So we'll be focusing on all the rest of our assets. Looks like who would have thought that airstrikes are good against fleshy people out in the open? So that's good. So yeah, we'll keep hammering away in the east, trying to get... Oh, they've got a lot of units backed up in there. So we'll just slowly try to get up to Messina. We still have turn 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 turns left. And then after that we still have 3 more turns, but it will start to lose value. So we want to take it by turn 12, certainly. Uh-oh. Hope when it says by turn 8, I hope we're not about to lose out on Trapani. It'd be a shame to... Trucks are available. Yeah, I know. They can't reach. Maybe they'll reach when we break through. Let's double check that everyone's in supply, except for the people that we know aren't in supply. Yeah. Well, we could double down on these supplies just to make sure that everyone's in supply over here, which could mean that we can pull up stakes over here. Yes. Alright, that is good. So I'm glad the game did say, like, hey, supply. Hey, listen. Good. Alright. We've moved our supply lines up, ready for the final assault towards Messina. Oh dear. Now we're gonna get another turn after that. Oh, where did the Germans come from? God. Alright, so we're gonna get another turn. Like, this is part 6? Let me double check. This is part 5. So we will get a part 6 after this as well. So that's good. And we can still take Trapani. Cornered, breached, upgraded. What? Cool. Yeah. So they will for free. So either we can pay you 50 or we pay you 25. Like, well, that's a tough order. I will take the free, yeah, the free prestige. We are raking in the prestige. That's good. Are we taking Trapani? The Canadians are helping. Supply lines are now up to 80%. It's not great, not terrible. Alright, we'll have the Canadians cross across the river to help our Oh, they're both out of supply. Why? Wait, can we, Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so just have you fall back and then get you supply. I guess the weather, everything is against them. They've got mountains in the way, rivers, mud. It's not a good time to be trying to resupply. And you are just having bad... Yeah, we're having bad supply problems for the 7th Army. Oh, and the British are having bad supply problems too. Jeez. Yeah, if it goes 3 turns, I think that's when you really start to weaken and wither away. So if you have a unit that's 2 turns out of supply, get them supplies. Alright, our Canadian and American task force in the west will now be able to move in and help punch through these areas. I don't know how helpful they're going to be. They're tanks on an island. It's like snakes on a plane. Just not very helpful. But over here... Ooh, wait. Okay, we can do 1 bombardment. So who is... So you'll bombard them. Okay. Then we'll hit them with air. Good. And then neither of you will do anything. All right. So yeah, it's none of us are in trenches, but we might as well be. And they're in the mountains or whatever. Terrain. What does their terrain look like? Oh, that is direct. That is full-on mountains. Yeah. Okay. So I think our breakthrough might have to come from the west here. That's where our supply lines are most precarious. But... But it looks like we are making progress. That's good. Are you sure the Canadians can't cross? Oh, yeah, that's in supply now. Alright, so I'm thinking we could have a centralized supply depot right here. It's going to be our main supply depot pushing along. So we can call back you. Don't need you anymore. We can call back you. Shouldn't need you anymore. Just double check. Good. Yep. Alright, so we'll have... Yeah, so we have consolidated our supply lines. Excellent. Both based around our forward positions, where we're pushing through. That means the Canadians can cross the river. Why did the Canadian cross the river? To help their American allies in the war effort. Don't tell that one to anyone. Alright. So we finally wiped out those remnants. So that's freed up these troops to not be able to be... It's very narrow front lines. I think we're going to need more air power. So I'm going to call it in. Call it. Alright. Now luckily, if we can break through this mountain pass and assume that there aren't people behind them, which there probably are, we should be able to cut off the supply lines here in the west, the New West, which is much further east. And that will allow the Americans and Canadians to push along the north. Let's actually, sort of tilt ourselves. This is awesome. I love the game map. It just feels like it's like a living, well, not a living table, but like, you know, like those really good looking felt displays and stuff. It just feels like you're reaching into a diorama and getting to be a part of the war. I love it. All right. Oh. So yeah, the goal will be to punch along here. Oh dear. Oh man. Oh, the British could maybe help out some. Oh, they are helping. The British are doing a good job. It's just heavy fighting. So I think this US team will send them west, I guess. Are they even a part? They're part of the British 8th, so never mind. We'll keep them east. But yeah, we've got a lot of units that are all kind of backstopped. Hope there's nothing in there. There usually isn't, but that'd be horrible if like a little guy just, hello, it's me, Revenge of the Mario, or whatever. I've been living in the woods. It'd just be unexpected, but they wouldn't have any supplies. Oh good, they're falling back. Excellent. Alright, if you will let us. There is our objective. Messina. So the British are within sight of our objective, the naval base Messina, defended by Italian regulars. German regulars? Italian. German. Italian. German? Italian. Italian. It's too bad we don't have another naval bombardment. But that's alright. Now on this side, got all the supplies. So yeah, we are fully supplied, and we've unlocked as much supply as we can get. So now it's just a matter of breaking through. Jeez. Whoops. And this is gonna be a... Won't be making any progress over here. Are you even in supply? You technically are. Technically. So yeah, we'll pump up the supply over here. Jeez. Hope you like... Why am I... No! You're technically attached to these people. Let's move up. Let's definitely move the British 8th up. Their command center, at least. Alright, good. So we've got everything covered. 7th has almost everything covered as well, so that's good. That's good. Oh, man. Alright. So, yeah, I think the key to victory here is just to get around the strong German units in the west. And, also keep our units supplied. Then we've got the Americans, the Canadians. I guess we could just move the Canadians back towards the Brit. No, I don't know. We'll keep them around. It's just the front is too small. But we can punch through here. If we have to cross a river, cross a bridge, fight in the mountains, mountain paths. Yeah. Oh, the engineers are the ones who could potentially pull it off. And they just did. Alright, we have completely cut off the remaining major forces. They were unable to hold the passes. Oh man, we've done it. By God, they did it. What? And we've leveled them up. Specialize rearguard. Order a unit to retreat when attacked, while the enemy unit spends its action points. Oh, I don't know about that. Let's get another command point. We've got a lot of prestige, so let's get another command point. The British 8th will now have 7 action points, which will help with the cost of, since our supply is still lower, or higher I mean, and we have yet to get the magic suppressive fire being down to 1 command point cost. Alright, so I think we've got this in the bag. Well, of course we still have to fight a deeply entrenched enemy in a city that is at full strength, but these units will be a joke come a week or two from now. And we've got strong... Are you in position? Okay, yeah, technically we've got supplies for days. So this is good. I think we pulled it off. Alright. Now I've heard once we get into Italy, it's just more of this, but worse weather. Small, even worse areas to try and punch through. And even more heavily entrenched enemies. So... be prepared. Alright, I'm thinking if we use these 2 units... no retreat. Alright, yeah, we'll just pick up this unit. Level up, elite. Alright. Can you fall back a bit? Into the mountains. Nothing bad ever happens on a mountain. We'll break him out with the... they're still holding. What about you? Right, you can fall back, you can move up. There we go. You move back there. Good. Alright, and then we're gonna move this tactical recon unit that's US airborne amphibious attached to the British. Yeah. Some people wear many hats. Alright, we're in position to launch the final assault against Messina. In the west, enemy forces continue to be sad. Let them. Those famous words from Marie Antoinette, let them be sad. Well, I guess we'll just sort of waltz into them, slowly but surely. Excellent. It's really just a way to level up our units at this point. Well, not really level them up, I don't know. We're doing things. We're helping! Good. Alright, now this is going to be dangerous, because every time we bombard the city, there's a chance it will become ruins, which will then only strengthen their defensive position. But it is a task that we will have to be risk. Alright, then we'll, oh man, that one could have actually, oh my gosh, oh man. Darn. What tarnations. Oh well. We'll have our armored units around to help out and stuff. Good. Maybe just keep everyone in supply. Excellent. Alright. Righto. Oh, turn 11. Okay, so yeah, it's down to the wire. It's down to the wire. We got this. We got this. Sort of, maybe. We've got our 2 airstrikes. We did have to use a lot of our theater assets, so. But yeah. All right, so we'll hit them with heavy airstrikes. Then we'll hit them with artillery. No! The city is in ruins. Yeah. Should just... Boys, I'm sorry. Alright, they lost some sort of specialist. Alright, over the top, lads, over the top. So they are cornered, yeah, they're gonna fight. Oh man. I knew using too much firepower would be a mistake, and yet I still did it. But we have to live with the consequences. Meanwhile, in the west, we're doing very well, pushing the Germans back to the brink. should just surrender. I wish you could be like, hey, want to surrender? And then they'd be like, hey. But then that'd be another layer of like, morale, when would they surrender? So like, I'm glad it's not, they don't try to do that. I was reading a really good article on rock, paper, shotguns, about this game and how they originally had a really intricate use for all the airfields and air support and stuff. They realized like it just didn't really have anything to do with the rest of the game, and it was just like the game is great the way it is. I really enjoy it, and the small improvements they've been making are great as well. I think allowing people to have independent saves with campaigns would be awesome. So it's not all just one save, so you could have like 2 running concurrent campaigns. Alright, so here we should be able to break through. There we go. Alright. There we go. We are pushing deeper into the city. Never give up, never surrender. That's probably what they were saying. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Okay. Ooh, that would have been scary. So we will take it on turn 12. Oh, man. We did it. Excuse me. I hope that isn't too loud and unexpected. I probably could have muted it. Oh, man. Sorry. Alright, but we have succeeded in capturing the location. Alright, let's be successful conquistadors. So we'll just wipe out those guys as well, just to say we did it. Alright, all access forces, except for these prisoners. Every single... I guess there you go, that's the people who are surrendering. Alright. So it does model it. I wish it did this one thing, that'd probably be too complex. Oh, just kidding, you've already modeled it and did a really great job. So the entire island of Sicily is now in Allied hands, liberated, as we now are about to have a toehold in the Fortress Europe. Alright. There we go. So a victorious Operation Husky. Good. You are victorious. End scenario. Primary objectives were taken on time. Our supply... okay, so our supply will be up 30%, I think, for the campaign. Hopefully that's what that means. Supply plus... or it just increased 30%. I don't know. We were able to kill 25 units, take 37 prisoners, all with just... well, the step losses are always hurtful, but only minimal casualties for the British. So, that is good. Alright. Mediterranean Command Authority, African HQ. The Mediterranean presents an opportunity to put pressure on the Nazis until an invasion of Northern Europe can be launched, starting with Operation Overlord. This theater will likely become a matter of secondary importance. Alright. So no scenarios to play in this theater at this time. Go back to the strategic map. Masters of the North African Shores. Alright, looks like we will be going into a new conference. Ah. Ooh. We had the 82nd Airborne that last mission. Alright. So, we definitely want to buy an upgrade to the British 8th Army. The range is super effective. Was super effective. Now, motor pool. Motorize an infantry unit for 1 turn, changing its movement to mobile, giving it +2 movement points in extended movement. That's what that would do. Transfer step. Move 1 active step or specialist between 2 adjacent subordinate units. Or entrenchment. Are we going to want entrenchment? Maybe. The U.S. 8th Army under General Mark Clark. Markiplier? General Markiplier. Let's see, motor pool. Alright, we'll definitely do this one. You know, I think the motor pool could be helpful. Nah, probably not. I don't know. There's probably... I mean, I don't know what we're getting into. I've only seen a little bit of Mordred Viking getting into Italy, which is funny because I think it was like he said him watching us stream the game made him want to get it, so then he got it. Then I watched him stream the game, which made me want to play more of it, so now we're playing this playthrough. So it's just a fun, virtuous cycle. Alright, we're definitely going to get more bombers. Alright, that should be good. We'll use our prestige to get more stuff. Oh, being able to feign attack would be good. Logistics could be good, though, in the long run. We've got a lot of prestige. I just don't know what we're walking into. Which is a weird way to be like, since I don't know what we're walking into, we better not prepare. Like, that's not how this should go. Let's invest in these motor pools for both armies. And I think we will also get the next level of engineering. For the Americans, it means we will be able to create pontoon bridges, we will be able to entrench and fortify, and we'll be able to do river crossings. Assist a unit with crossing a major river, which would not be possible otherwise. So that could be good. Opening up more avenues for maneuver. For the British, it'll just be entrenchment and fortification. But I like it. Alright, so we've spent a lot there. I hope it's the right call. Alright. This will be Operation Avalanche. September 9th, 1943. Italy has surrendered. But the Germans were prepared and moved quickly to disarm their former allies and occupy most of the Italian mainland. The British 8th Army has crossed the Straits of Messina and also launched troops by sea in Taranto. However, the main Allied effort in the naval landings near Salerno, Operation Avalanche. We'll have bonus objectives. Taking these objectives will improve your starting position in the following scenarios. Ortona and breach the Gustav line. Ooh. Alright. Operation Avalanche, here we come. I do not know what we will face. But it's going to be a lot of Germans, I guess, and some Italians that are still... I think it's like the Social Republic is what they called it, and a sort of slap to Roman history or whatever. Alright, this is Operation Avalanche. African HQ dispatch. Your forces are split into 3 separate groups, because divide yourself, conquer the enemy. British 8th Army is advancing up near Calabria. Hey, we know that from our Imperator Rome playthrough. While simultaneously landing forces in Taranto. Taranto? I don't know. And finally, the US 5th Army is landing near Salerno. We had expected little opposition, but now reports indicate that the Germans were prepared for the Italian surrender. Powerful enemy units might react to your landings near Salerno. Okay, let's see, we've got some reinforcements to the 46th British, 45th US, 56th British, and 7th British Armored. Good. So this is the preparation stage. So yeah, we'll have the British 8th Army under Montgomery pushing up north. We got these little guys just chilling. Is it because we can... Okay. So we'll have British Abender Brigade. I hope that's armor, but it might not be. No, airborne. Yeah. Alright, so we'll have the 4th British Airborne, 82nd US Airborne, the 7th British Armored, the 78th British Infantry, and the Indians are coming back. The Indian Infantry. Excellent. They're good. With the Americans, we'll have a Ranger Force, the 46th British, the 56th British, 45th Americans, the 36th Americans. Alright, so let's look at our supply lines, where they begin, where they end, and then we'll look at our enemies' supply. Okay, so our supply lines, we've got supplies coming in from the south. We'll have supplies coming in from Taranto. This is a large map. Holy poly. Oh. Where it all began, Sarajevo, back World War I, one war ago. So it looks like they haven't added in the Balkans fully yet with detail, but that's okay. And it's cool that it's all on one map. Like, every scenario, for the most part, is all on this huge map of Europe that I think they're gonna I think they're planning to like flesh out with different DLC and stuff, and add in some like German scenarios, and maybe get the Russians and the Finns involved potentially. Like, it's I'm a happy man. All right, we will have supplies coming in near Salerno, so we will have 3 avenues of resupply as we push deeper into Italy. The only question is, and we start with 80% supply, so I think that may be carried over for what we did in the last scenario. But let's look at our objectives. The main objectives of this operation are Napoli and Foggia. So it's to get up to this line up in Campania. Sort of. Yeah, Campania, yeah. Casino. Monte Cassino? Uh-oh. So that's one thing. I don't actually know a lot about the fighting that happened in Italy. Oh, but I do know. We will pick this up in the next episode. We've gone a little over time. Alright, so I'll see you all in like 3 seconds. Oh, goodbye!